Good afternoon. How are you? I have a question for you. When you were little, what did you want to be when you grew up? I didn't want to be anything like a princess or a ballerina, because that really would have drawn attention to myself. And, you know, in those days, yes, no one likes a show off, do they? So when I was growing up, I wanted to be a speech therapist, even from the age of about 6 or 7. No idea where that came from, but there you are, you know. So there you are. So, come on, you're there, I can see you lurking. What did you want to be when you grew up? Tell me. Just in that little comment section. I'd be really interested to know. Because the thing is are you doing it now? And why are you not doing it? Because statistically, we won't be, will we really? But, you know, when we were little, it was the little girls, oh God, stereotypes and all that. Little girls wanted to be princesses or nurses. Or, well, you see, this is from my day and age, you see. Thank God things have changed. And then the boys wanted to be firefighters or footballers or all that sort of stuff. So what did you want to be when you grew up? Yeah. Here's my quote for today. Everybody has got a secret dream, but not many have a public one. And the thing is, when we're little, we don't mind telling the world what we want to do we? We don't mind proclaiming, because we don't have any of those inhibitions of, oh, that's a bit silly. Who the hell do you think you are? Do you think you're clever enough to do that? Oh, no, you don't have the face for television. Do you know what I mean? And when we're kids, it doesn't matter. We are allowed to dream, and we're allowed to have sort of happy thoughts, and just no one can stop us. Jeanette, are you brave enough? Tell me what you wanted to be when you were little. You know, if someone said to you, what do you want to be when you grow up, Jeanette? What did you say? What were your hopes and dreams? Question is, yeah, go on, tell me. I'd love to know. Question is, have our hopes and dreams changed much since when we were little? And you know, many might have changed more realistically, and, you know, not all of us can be princesses, let's face it. But, you know, why have our dreams changed? Have they become sort of narrowed? Oh, no, come on, you can't do that. Oh, no, don't. You know, and I've just recently realised, the last 5 years, that actually it is so important to dream big. I mean, so important, because it puts colour back into your world. Believe me, I just sort of, when I was sort of, not when I was little, but in my sort of 20s, 30s, 40s, I just sort of thought, or 20s and 30s mainly, just sort of, no, I'm just fine doing what I'm doing. No, it's just fine. Who wants to have a fine life? You know, I just sort of, I feel that we owe it to ourselves to do something a little bit bigger and a little bit brighter. Do you know what I mean? So I decided to start dreaming big again. And it's only when you start dreaming big, and okay, I get it, you've got to do it secretly to begin with. That's all right. But it's only when you start dreaming that you start noticing opportunities, and you start realising that, oh my God, actually, I could do some of this. And why the hell shouldn't you, more to the point? And, you know, if your kids sort of, you know, if you asked your kids what are your plans? And they say, oh, well, you know, no, I'd just be fine just sort of bumbling along. No, dream bigger, do something, plan for something exciting, plan for grabbing the world by the short and curlies and just sort of doing what really sets your heart alight. Because we only get one shot at this. And I realised that just by setting higher dreams, it just become everything. There was a goal, and things got more exciting. And some of my dreams, oh my God, you laugh at me and go, who the bloody hell does Cai Graham think she is? But I want to be invited to Necker Island. I don't want to pay to go there. You know, maybe if you had the money, you could pay and just sort of go along for a jolly. I want to be invited there on my own merits. So I expect the universe to start putting those opportunities in line for me. I want to appear on stage with Oprah. Oh my God, I'm saying all this and I'm all right about it now, because I think, yeah, well, if all I want to do is stand in front of a sort of, I don't know, room of 10 people at the Women's Institute, that, with respect, the Women's Institute is a great organisation, but it's not really setting the Thames on fire, is it? Which reminds me of that time when my teacher at the age of 10 said, when I was at the age of 10, said to my parents, well, Caroline's not really going to be setting the Thames on fire, is she? And I believed the bat. Davy, my darling, how are you? Now you'll tell me, when you were little, Davy, what did you want to be when you grew up? Because I'm just wondering if you're following your dream, or in fact, if your dream has got bigger, or if it has changed, or if you're doing exactly what you wanted to do. Just tell me, you know, what were your dreams when you were little? Because I think when we're little, we just embrace every opportunity. We don't look for the hurdles, do we? We don't look for the, oh, who on earth do you think you are? We embrace the opportunities. And when we get older, I think life sort of tries to mould us into the way we should behave. I think that's ever such a shame, don't you? So, are you going to tell me what you wanted to be when you grew up, when you were little? Maybe you still have bigger dreams. I blooming well hope so. I bet you're fulfilling some of them, aren't you? But, you know, what are my other dreams? I wanted to, skiing dreams. I have completed those, and now I seem to have gone backwards, so I'm going to have to start putting sort of, you know, more flags in the sand, I think. Oh my God, yeah, just now. God, what am I talking about? In my goal book, of which there are hundreds of goals, it's ridiculous. It's wonderful because it's just giving me so many opportunities to dream. But in my goal book, one of the goals was to appear on BBC Breakfast. Another one was to have a regular slot on BBC Radio. And I had no idea what on earth I was going to be doing that, but I just decided, no, that's one way of getting the message across, isn't it? I mean, Facebook and the internet is fantastic, but BBC is another way of, and I think sort of, I'm not even going to go on the sort of political leanings or anything, I'm just thinking from a broadcasting point of view. It's the BBC globally is looked on with some high regard, and the BBC and the British journalists especially at the minute, the way we are sort of prodding Trump and asking him the real questions. But the point is that sort of globally it's a great organisation full of fantastic journalists. So I just thought, yeah, come on, Kai, put that on your goal. So what has just happened today? I have sent my application to be a BBC contributor. Blimmin' well hope they like me. If they don't, I shall keep on plodding. But do you know what I mean? And my thought was, if I hadn't had that as a goal 2 or 3 years ago, I think that's probably when I put it up, I had no idea what I was going to do, but suddenly this opportunity came across my path 2 or 3 days ago, and I thought, hell yeah, I need to apply for that. So it was just that opportunity of just sort of putting myself out there again. Do you know what I mean? So the question is, what did you want to be when you grew up, and are you following your dreams? The whole point is about having a secret dream. Keeps it a dream, if that makes sense. It means that if it doesn't quite happen, it doesn't really matter because no one knew about it anyway. That's the problem. It's going to remain a wish. If you make it public, thank you for sharing this, Colin, I appreciate that. If you make your dream public, you become accountable. And that's quite scary, actually. Look, I've just told you I want to go to Necker Island, I want to meet Oprah, and I want to appear on the BBC. Well, hurrah. There's a hell of a lot more I want to do. I can't even begin to think of all my hundreds of dreams, but singing on stage with someone was one of them. God help them if they hand me the microphone for a song. But do you know what I mean? oh God, to have Raymond Blanc cook for me, to, just lovely, lovely things that make me feel good. But I just sort of thought, if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? But by making it accountable, or making yourself accountable by saying, yeah, that's what I want to do. I said in my goal book, it said, I want to become an author of an Amazon bestseller. And I went, yeah, right, but I'll write it down anyway. Oh my God, my book is now at the editors. It's been typeset. I've just sent off an email to say, I like these cover designs. So it's sort of happening. Do you know what I mean? And this was by me having dreams and making myself accountable to saying to someone at some stage, I don't know why, this is what I want to do. So what is it that you want to do? Have your dreams, please don't tell me your dreams have got smaller. Usually they do, don't they? Because we just sort of get pigeonholed into realising, oh, well, real life takes over. No, 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 no. Real life is what it's all about. You only get one shot at this, so you've got to dream big. Carolyn, how are you, darling? Tell me this. What did you want to be when you were little? When someone said to you, right then, Carolyn, what do you want to be when you grow up? What was your response? Are you doing it? Maybe, I don't know, maybe you wanted to be the first astronaut in space, or I don't know, female astronaut, I don't know, but what did you want to do when you grew up? Maybe you wanted to be a princess, maybe you wanted to rule the world, I don't know, or maybe, I don't know, just breed llamas in the Himalayas. But the thing is why do we allow our dreams to be curtailed? Oh, well, you haven't got the right A-levels for that. Right, oh, well, then that really cuts off all opportunities, doesn't it? Do you know what really upsets me, actually, talking of A-levels? She's going to have a cup of tea. I need a slurp. What really upsets me is when young people have that secret dream and they don't allow themselves to voice it. I don't mean the little ones that want to be a ballerina or a professional footballer or whatever. I'm talking about the young people, the adolescents, who just feel, oh, well, no, I can't do that now because I'm doing chemistry A-level. Or I can't do that now because I'm not doing chemistry A-level. Or I can't do that because my mum and dad won't want to hear that. Do you know what I mean? That can't be right. I think the thing is thankfully things are beginning to change, or certainly in the areas that I'm sort of looking, reading about and stuff like that, is actually go out and find what sets your soul on fire, because once you find that, then you attract not only the opportunities, but the people that need to help you and that need helped by you. So if bookkeeping and accounting absolutely floats your boat, then go ahead and do it, because we need people who have that passion. This world does not need people stuck in dead-end jobs, just waiting for the 9 to 5 to finish, to get out of their rabbit warren, to be grateful that they've got 2 days off at the weekend, to go and spend their pay packet, and then to sort of start Monday all over again. We do not need that, nor do you. Nor do you if that's what you're doing. Your heart doesn't need that. What you need to do is to be able to jump out of bed and go, do you know what? I'm not going into work today. I'm going to go and do a day of yoga, or whatever floats your boat. Or, sort of sitting on the Thames drinking Mai Tais on a barge, or whatever floats your boat. I feel that we need to have that flexibility again, and we need to have those dreams. Yeah, okay, we've got to, sometimes if your dream is to fly around the world twice on sort of, first class, then you're going to have to sort of have some means of paying for it. And if that means your job, that's fine. But don't have a dead-end job. God, if you want to fly around the world and, go become a pilot, if that's what you want to do. But I hope, does this make sense? Hearts and thumbs, guys, if it does, because I'm sort of spouting here. But as the quote says, everyone has got a secret dream. What is yours? And how much closer can you get to it? And are you going to be brave enough to tell someone about it? Because when you start talking about it, it actually starts becoming a reality. And it's, they didn't laugh. I mean, I say my dreams and some people laugh at me. And other people go, bloody hell, good for you. And you think, yeah, good for me. Yeah, that's all right. And so it's seeing those opportunities. I mean, I'm 52? I hope I've got at least another 30, 40 years left in me. So I've got to dream big. I can't hang around and sit here and wait. There's no point. This wonderful world, we're here only for a short time. So let's follow something and do stuff that we love. And yeah, we might have to have a day job that allows us to follow those dreams if they are financially sort of quite, if we need to pay for them. But other times, dreams don't always cost a lot of money. You could, maybe, I don't know, you want to open a dog sanctuary, or maybe you want to carve things out of ice. I don't know. But just ask yourself why you're not doing it. And ask yourself maybe for the next week, just think about, okay, listen, I'm going to write 3 of my big dreams down. Okay. Write them down and focus on them and feel who that person would be if you could do those things. Feel how you get that flutter of optimism and opportunity in your heart. Feel how the world becomes a little bit more focused and a little bit more colourful. And you start looking out for those opportunities. And when you start seeing things on your radar, and it might be a tune, or it might be something on the telly, or something happened, and I know I'm not going to come up with the example, but God, something happened to me, and I went, and it was 3 times. Once there was a tune that came up, and then it was the telly, and then there was something else, and I thought, shit, I've got to do something about this. And so it's just setting out your stall a bit more by saying to people, I think I want to do this. And just see how that feedback feels in your heart. Debbie, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. What did you want to be when you were little, Debbie? What were your dreams? When you grew up, when someone said to you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What was your answer? Because not many of us are fortunate enough to be doing those things. Not many of us are fortunate enough to be doing the dreams but having said that, a dream as a 7-year-old might not be realistic. I get that, But what are your dreams now? So first of all, write them down. And just for the next week, just sort of think of the possibilities that if this dream came true, how fantastic would it be? And then just say to yourself, okay, so what's my next step? Tiny. It doesn't have to be huge. But what do I have to do today to get one step closer to that dream? What do I have to do? And as this quote says, not many have a public dream. By actually making your dream public, it makes you more accountable. And it makes you feel, I've just said that, and I've got to do something about it now. And then it sort of gives you permission. It gives you permission not only just to dream, but to make that dream come true. Does that make sense? Hi, Rolly. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Rolly, what did you want to be when you were little? What was your dream? What as a child were your hopes and dreams? I wanted to be a speech therapist. I didn't get there, but actually I'm probably grateful I had other things to do. Do you know what I mean? Other paths to follow and other things to learn. But just tell yourself, what extra step can you take today to get closer to that dreams, or to those dreams, the ones that you've written down? I don't know, maybe you want to learn Spanish. Well, go and join a class. Buy a DVD or download a course or whatever it is that gets you one step closer. Go and book a holiday in Spain for the summer. But those things that push you that little bit further, because when you start dreaming, when you make yourself accountable, your world just becomes more technicolor, because there's other things rather than the greyness of the minutiae of the day. Does that make sense? So today, I got one step further. Oh my God, I got one step further to my dream of being a BBC contributor. Lord knows what shape or form that will take. I had to make an application. And in that application was a 250-word paragraph, they said. It looked like a page to me, that sort of said what my story was about, my area of expertise. But also I had to do a video, 2 minutes, which I found rather hard because I kept on overrunning. But also I had to do, wait for it, a CV. Cai Graham had to do a CV, and the last time she worked for anyone was 1996. Actually, the stuff I wrote on it was quite interesting. I was saying to Mike as I was writing it out last night, bloody hell, I'm all right. God, when you put it down on paper, I haven't done too bad. But the last time I had an employer was 1996. But hey, it was quite interesting to see it all in sort of black and white. I thought, okay, that's what I've done. But hurrah, I've got lots more time to do lots more things. So you've got lots more time, God willing. So what are the lots more things you want to do? What do you want to do? What's going to set your heart aflutter? Oh my God, do you think I could get away with doing that? Yes, is the answer. Because I tell you what, I told Alice that I had I've just pressed send to the BBC, let's see what happens. And she just went, oh my God, that's so cool. And the thing is when you show your kids that you're getting out of your comfort zone, it sort of sets an example. Do you know what I mean? Because that's all right. And the kids will go, oh, well, you know, silly old batch, 52, she's still trying. And it makes them feel, makes kids, they learn by observation, don't they? Children are sponges at whatever age, even my babies at 21 or 23. It's setting an example to say, get out and just grab the world by the, bootstraps. Because there's no other thing for it. Greyness is ever so boring. So, yeah. On that note, write your goals down. Verbalise them. You see, write your wishes down. Verbalise them so they become goals. And just say to yourself, feel who that person would be. What you see, what you hear. I don't know. If you're doing art, it's what you feel. I don't know, if you're doing a pottery, whatever you want to do, what you feel, what you sense, what you smell. What are people saying to you? What are you saying to them? Is your art on display? Maybe you want to be a Premiership footballer. Well, what are you going to do in order to get there? Can you hear the crowd screeching as you walk onto the pitch? The thing about this is you have to feel it as well as wish it. You have to feel it and accept that it's there for you. It's there for your taking. You just got to dream big, and you've got to tell people about it and be accountable. Because when you're accountable, it makes it happen. It makes it real. It isn't just a wish any longer. So on that note, I shall bid you farewell, and I shall be in touch and broadcast when I next see fit, probably the next couple of days. So have a good one, and thank you. And share this, because people need to be able to follow their dreams, don't they? So thank you. Bye-bye.